Hello, I'm recording. It's Patty Lager from Patty Lager ND, and I want to make this video because I know the last couple of weeks I have been absent from the live Facebook Q&A, and I've decided that I still want to make informational videos, but I don't think I'm going to do it in the live format for several reasons. As you all know, I have a couple of dogs, 3 to be exact, and they tend to make quite a bit of noise. And the time that I have to dedicate a lengthy amount to a Facebook Q&A type of session is also the time when the dogs want to spend time with me. So I think what I'd rather do when I know they're sleeping and I know that I maybe have some free time, maybe it's in the wee hours of the night, I think I'd like to make videos at that time, but not set it at a specific schedule every week. And that way the videos will be more edited, more professional, and I can get information out to everybody. And I can help people learn about the human body, but also learn about a lot of the other things that I've been personally studying, very exciting things to be exact. Many of you have seen my posts about Dr. Gonzalez and his protocol in addressing various neoplasms. I don't like to say the C word because Dr. Gonzalez is no longer with us, but here is one of the books I'm currently reading. It's called Nutrition and the Autonomic Nervous System, and we talk quite a bit, or I talk quite a bit about the autonomic nervous system in my online Human Anatomy and Physiology course, which I will be kind of switching up a little bit as well, but it's currently available online for all of those of you that are interested in learning about the human body. But Dr. Gonzalez connects the autonomic nervous system, which controls our automatic functions, those functions that we do not voluntarily control, like respiration, like our heart rate, blood pressure, urination. So we have these two kind of almost opposite divisions in the autonomic nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic. And Dr. Gonzalez and his predecessor, Dr. Kelly, who, let me show you his book. Here is one of his books, but Dr. William Donald Kelly, they have done a lot of research in diet and connected it to the autonomic nervous system. So I'm learning about this, okay? Whether I'm going to fall in line with this, I don't know, but I don't think it's a bad thing to learn about things. I've looked into the blood type diet, and I didn't really think that was something very creditable. I didn't really like the blood type diet. I didn't really see how antigens present on the surface of your red blood cells could affect your dietary choices. But with what I've read so far with the autonomic nervous system, I do think that protocols, whether that specifically focused is on diet, the protocols and what herbs and the minerals rich in those herbs could be best suited for a person based on their autonomic dominance, whether they are more sympathetic, are they more parasympathetic, or are they more balanced. And I just find it very interesting when they do that, and then they correlate the different types of cancers in individuals in the 3 different types, and actually each of the 3 types have subtypes. So in totality, there's 10 different types of these diets that could be best suited for you. So I'm just learning all about this and seeing how this might help individuals that I will be working with, that I am working with, so that they can best fine-tune their protocol. So that's kind of what I'm getting into a little bit. And I really like, these alternative physicians that are opening their minds into really helping people, because Dr. Gonzalez, even though he's no longer with us, he has talked a lot about the dangerous regimens that are currently in place to treat people that have these C words, these cancers. And a lot of these regimens and these treatments are, as you all know, often more deadly than the dis-ease itself. So is that really fair? Are we really providing informed consent? Are we really doing everything that is possible to help these individuals out? So I want to get more into some of these alternatives, tie it in with Dr. Morris's work, because I'm still a huge fan, obviously, of Dr. Morris, and I really think that his herbs and the fruit, so very cleansing. But like with Dr. Gonzalez, and even with Dr. Kelly Brogan, that's another medical doctor who's looking at some of these different dietary regimens. What type of fruits? Or maybe you're more suited for the more tropical citrus fruits, or maybe more of the sweeter fruits. We can really fine tune what foods are most healing for an individual. And some people are very reactive to certain types of foods. Some people, when they do green smoothies or they do a lot of greens, their body just is too weak to digest that. So maybe we're more suited for juicing it, or maybe we really need to stick with a more high intense fruit diet. So these are the things I want to look at and go into a little bit more detail about. I've already reached out to Dr. Isaacs, and she actually sent a letter back to me. I was so excited. She was the medical doctor that worked with Dr. Gonzalez, and I was asking her questions about the protocol, because I really want to go into this in a little bit more detail, and I want to be able to help my clients that I'm working with the best way possible, because even though we are all human, I think we all have various uniquenesses about us, and that includes our autonomic balance. It also includes, what our history entails. So what medications have we been on? How were we raised? And, one thing that I think comes before everything, whenever you're embarking upon a treatment to address what physical issues you're dealing with, you have to believe in that treatment 100%. You have to feel good about it. So this is where the education comes. I really want to educate my clients, and I want to educate other detoxification specialists that you can educate your clients. Because by helping them understand what's going on in their body, they're more likely to stick with it, believe in it, and find remedy and get to a place of help. Just with Dr. Gonzalez and the people that he has worked with, we're talking about people that were diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancers. And this is like a death sentence. It's very rare with allopathic treatments that these individuals live 6 months after such a diagnosis. With Dr. Gonzalez, they were living, some are still alive, and they were diagnosed back in the late 80s, early 90s. That is remarkable. So he was on to something, and he's fine-tuning a holistic, organic, pure diet with a very strict protocol that is unique. That is, I shouldn't say unique, well, it is kind of unique. It is specific for the individual. And he is big into pancreatic glandulars. And I've actually started experimenting with pancreatic glandulars. And I know, a lot of the people that I work with that are the pure vegans, I respect the fact that not all of you want to work with glandulars, but I think that we live in a world where not everything is pure, and sometimes we do need additional help in the form of a glandular. So the pancreatic glandular, I'm really looking into a little bit more closely. Maybe really quick, I'll show you what I am looking at right now, what glandular I'm working with. So this is the pancreatic glandular that I've ordered. I actually ordered this just on Amazon, and I've actually recommended it for one of my clients as well, because I just started working with this myself. And so I always like to test it myself before I recommend it to a client that I'm working with. But I really think our pancreases, our collective pancreases, our pancreas, which is just both a digestive organ and an endocrine gland. It's kind of 2 organs in one, but our pancreases are getting overworked constantly. The pancreas in the form of what it does in digestion especially, because we are eating, humans collectively are eating just crap, and processed food, cooked food, and all of this food that is in an unnatural state, when it comes into our body, it evokes a strong response from the pancreas, and our pancreases become overworked. So a glandular that supports the pancreas, that is pure pancreatic tissue. And this brand was recommended from the Allergy Research Group. This was recommended by Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez. In fact, it has his name right there on it. He formulated this specific type of glandular. I think it's going to be very supportive for a lot of individuals. This is what he worked with in his practice. This is what he prescribed high doses of. I mean, his patients were taking, I think, anywhere from 100 to 150 capsules of this a day. And we're talking about his very serious patients. I'm talking about the patients that were, stage 3, stage 4 cancers. And this was at the heart of his protocol. And he was getting remedy. He was getting people that were astounding the allopathic community. So I'm personally looking into this. Am I saying that it's good for everybody? No. But if I find a client that I'm working with that I really think this could help them, am I going to say, well, I don't want to, suggest it until I'm 100% sure? I've been studying this now for the better part of a year, and working on myself with it. And I've actually, since I've started this, I've felt some amazing changes. For instance, as many of you know, maybe you don't know, but I fell rock climbing in 2015, and I had to have 3 surgeries to put my ankle together. But in addition to my ankle damage, I had a lot of connective tissue trauma throughout my body, a lot of knots, things that, just with a rigorous, even with a great fast, these knots weren't dissolving. And I just thought maybe I need to go to something else, and this is helping. I mean, I'm feeling so much better now that I'm using this, and I'm still doing high fruit. I'm still mostly fruit throughout the day, and maybe a big green salad in the evenings. But I'm finding remedy with this, and so since I've been doing this for a while, I'm recommending it now. And so there's that, the pancreatic glandular. It's in the pure state. They get it from, unfortunately, animals, and that's what I'm doing right now, okay? But let's put it this way. If the worst we were doing on this planet was that, and we were putting an end to all of the factory farmed animals that are so horrifically abused, and injected with hormones and injected with antibiotics, which of course is getting into the humans, which are then becoming affected by that. I mean, I've known young children who drink factory farmed milk products that are going into a very early stage of puberty. I mean, I'm talking about at the age of 4, age of 5, they're developing secondary sexual characteristics, pubic hair, axillary hair. Okay, this food is Frankenstein food. So, we can't be eating these kind of foods, and it's causing remarkable amount of suffering to these beautiful animals that we share our planet with. So, the glandular, the pancreas that this is coming from is from New Zealand, which Dr. Morse gets all of his glandulars from. And in New Zealand, they have very strict protocols for the animals that they get these glands from. So I'm putting that out there because I'm going to start talking about this. I'm using it. So there's that. Okay, but I also wanted to say that I'm not going to be doing the Sunday night weekly Q&A. I just simply cannot commit to it every Sunday night. And I have to have a more flexible schedule because my schedule at my 40-hour-a-week job is becoming a little bit more rigorous. I'm picking up an additional class that I've just developed, and I'm teaching on Saturdays actually. So that really limits my weekend time. So I'm going to be putting out maybe short informational videos, really try to focus on the learning so that as detoxification specialists we can best help our clients that we're working with, and still focusing on those higher priorities as well, so that as a human species we can raise our consciousness. So that's what I want to put out there right now. And I look forward to still interacting with all of you. So when I put these videos out, please comment, please get your feedback out there. And who knows, I might be doing some random live Q&As, but I can't commit to every Sunday. All right? I hope you all have a great evening, and I will hopefully touch base with you all soon. Bye.